Million-dollar knee exercise is what Charles Poliquin called reverse step-ups, which were first published over 100 years ago, and which he used to help hundreds of athletes win Olympic medals.
In the Zero program, we start this assisted on flat ground after a warm-up of things like backward walking, and we do just one set of 25 reps at your controlled, pain-free level.
As the gains add up, we balance ourselves and we elevate our heel, which increases difficulty, and we progress as high as a 6-inch step.
Adding weight to this was then key for me in turning my knees and jumping from my greatest weaknesses to strengths.
When Coach Ben played for me, I don't know if he could even touch the rim.
But what matters most is how you can improve knee ability for just about anyone from anywhere. Because right now, 1 million knees are replaced in America alone each year. Those cost over $40,000 a pop. And as someone who's self-taught and has received thousands of success stories from the older population, I know this is a subject you can learn, and we can do something about those gloomy predictions.
But please go slow, since the purpose is only to improve knee ability in balance to the rest of your abilities as part of a full exercise plan.
Just finished Zero formula myself. We are going to look at the 4 steps of how we're actually going to do something about that, because the goal is not just to make a video and talk about, oh, this is so bad, this should change. No, we're actually going to change it. Here's how. We have this base layer of Zero. A lot of people get results with it. It also goes better with some coaching. We do that $50 a month online, but I'm going to put in the description here a link. This is map.atg for coaches.com. So in the last few years, since I started these videos, then other people who are trainers have wanted to learn the data to help more people. So that's the first part, is having someone actually coach you through it. I ran a gym for 8 years. ATG was a gym. Then when the world changed, I realized, okay, we really have to focus online, and we have to go from what people can do with nothing. They're home, gyms are closed. That's how Zero came about. In the gym, we would normally start people with backward sledding. Without sled, how do we get those effects? So Zero is the base layer. That alone, you might be able to learn, you might be able to help yourself and other people. Maybe it would be a good idea to get a coach, whether it's online or in person. And we're seeing now coaches going out and making these ripple effects. So just with Zero as the base layer, just with coaches as the second layer, that was the second business that became of ATG after the online business. That is having effects. They're out there getting success stories the same way that I get success stories. Then it gets more into equipment, which can, like that alone can have an effect. If more gyms are now putting in sleds, or if tibialis equipment got more popular, more people would do it, because not everyone's going to do Zero. So I'm working with various American manufacturers to realistically see, like, if we take the qualities we want, what would actually have to be in gyms for people to apply them. So to me, that's kind of the third layer, because that affects now the first and the second. That affects now coaches having tools to more easily, get people to use this stuff. Then the fourth layer is the gyms itself. So many gyms will then be becoming like ATG gyms. We're figuring out what that's going to mean exactly. My ideal, I've always envisioned using the online and then actually like putting gyms. So it's not even an additional cost. And you have now like a 24/7 gym, and you have like an ATG coach there, like 12 hours a day. It might be 2 coaches who split it up, 1 6 hours, 1 6. So you could like go in person, get those, see different equipment. They might be retail locations to now get the equipment out there more. So I do think it's going to take all the way to that fourth layer. That's like my realistic estimation. Realistically, if we're at 1 million knee replacements a year, we don't want to go to 3.5 million by the end of this decade. Let's say if we could even keep it at 1 million, or I mean, that might be a good goal, be to reduce it, to realistically reduce it. Like, you're going to have to be able to really easily go apply this stuff. So I appreciate everyone who's watching now, who's on the ground floor of this. Sorry if Alyssa and I are more whispering in the video. We got both kids to sleep. It's Onyx's spring break from preschool, so we got 2 babies all day long, which is quite a challenge. So we got the white noise in the background. They're both asleep. We managed to get it done. So huge thanks from us for watching, learning, supporting, using the data to help others. We'll be back in touch next week.